Welcome back everyone. Today we learn about mass and density. Previously, we have learned about length, area, and volume. Today, we learn the next two physical quantities, mass and density. In the future, we will learn about temperature. The first physical quantity we learn today is mass. Mass of a substance is the measure of the amount of matter in it. The SI unit for mass is kilogram. To measure mass, we can use electronic balance. Double beam balance. Triple beam balance. Let's take a look at the electronic balance. The second physical quantity we learn today is density. Density is the mass per unit volume of a substance. Density equals mass over volume. One way to memorize this formula is, monkey drives a van. The SI unit for density is kilogram over meter cubed. Here are some important properties of objects with different densities. Object A will float on liquid B, if the density of A is less than the density of B. Object A will sink in liquid B, if the density of A is greater than the density of B. Let's take a look at some examples. Ice floats on water, because its density is less than water. Wood floats on water, because its density is less than water. Why do hot air balloons rise in the air? Because hot air occupies a larger volume than cool air, causing its density to drop. When its density is less than that of air, hot air rises, pushing the hot air balloon upwards. What happens when corn oil, water, and glycerin are poured together? Corn oil would float on top of water, with glycerin at the bottom level. What happens when iron nail, grape, bottle cap, and sponge cube are thrown into this three-layer mixture? Next, we learn how to find the density of liquid, using 5 steps as following. Step 1. Measure the mass of the empty beaker. Step 2. Measure the mass of the beaker and liquid. Step 3. calculate the mass of liquid by subtracting the mass of the empty beaker from the mass of both the beaker and liquid. Step 4. Measure the volume of the liquid. Please review the previous lesson if you forget how to properly read a meniscus of different liquids. Step 5. Calculate the liquid density by applying the formula. Density equals mass divided by volume. Next, we learn how to find the density of solid, using 5 steps as following. Step 1. Measure the mass of the solid. Step 2. Measure the volume of the water. Step 3. Measure the volume of the water and the solid. Step 4. Calculate the volume of the solid by subtracting the volume of water from the volume of both the water and the solid. To measure the volume of larger irregular-shaped object, we use a displacement can and a measuring cylinder. We have learned this in the previous topic. Please review as needed. Step 5. Calculate the solid density by applying the formula. Density equals mass divided by volume. Question: how do you find the density of a small marble? To do that, we need to first find the mass of the marble, then find the volume of the marble, and finally calculate the density of the marble. Step A1. Find the mass M1 of 10 marbles. Step A2. Find the mass of 1 marble, equals to M1 divided by 10. Step B1. Find the volume V1 of 10 marbles, using the measuring cylinder, or displacement can. Step B2. Find the volume of 1 marble, equals to V1 divided by 10. Step C. Density of a marble equals mass divided by volume. This is the summary of what we have learned today. That's all for today. Thank you for the effort to learn with me. Stay tuned for more interesting lessons. See you next time. Bye-bye.